Hello to all my college football fans and friends out there. Welcome to another sports edition of the Buckeye Vinny YouTube channel sports show. Sit back, relax, and my friends, we have to discuss this, especially Penn State Nittany Lion fans. How disgruntled are you after the Penn State Nittany Lions had just lost to the UCLA Bruins this past Saturday night by the score of 42-37 in UCLA? What's likely considered the worst loss in James Franklin's tenure. Arguably the worst loss in Penn State Nittany Lion football history. Wow. I'm going to just tell you right now, my friends, believe it or not, a lot of you Nittany Lion fans are calling for James Franklin's job, for what I hear. Articles for what I hear. Wow. From an outsider's perspective, it's more reasonable request this week than ever. But is it realistic for Penn State to get rid of Coach James Franklin? Well, after looking into such a matter, James Franklin signed a 10-year deal in 2021, locking him into the job until 2031. Wow. Boy, Penn State must have had a lot of confidence in him. And that's just the beginning of what makes the move even more complicated. If Franklin were to be fired, we'll say hypothetically this Friday coming up, or at any time before January 1st of 2026, without cause, Penn State University would owe him $56 million in buyout money. Do you see where this gets complicated if you're Penn State? If done during the offseason, that number goes down to $48 million. Now, it gets very interesting here. The buyout's determined by adding Franklin's $500,000 base salary to his $6.5 million supplemental pay and a $1 million life insurance loan, multiplied by the amount of years left on his contract. So my friends, do the math. Even if Penn State waited until his 2029 coaching year, Franklin would be owed $24 million. Wow. You know, my friends, after I really looked into this, okay, it's really tough. And if Penn State, okay, the athletic department, decides to get rid of Franklin and start over, this is where it gets more complicated. Franklin secured his extension and has remained at Penn State due to his ability to consistently win. I'll give him that. Even if it wasn't the big games, that's for sure. Now, Franklin boasts an all-time record at Penn State, and it's pretty impressive, of 104 victories and 44 losses, and has been postseason play in all but one season. Now, for me, that is impressive, okay? This is where it gets ugly, okay, to all my Penn State Nittany Lion friends and fans, is that James Franklin's record against Ohio State, a big rival, okay, and we all know that Penn State and Ohio State are the top tier in the Big Ten college football conference. But James Franklin's record against an Ohio State team in his career is 1 win and 10 losses against Ohio State. My friends, bottom line, that is horrible, okay? James Franklin's record against AP top 10 opponents, a dismal 4 wins and 21 losses. Wow. And his record against Michigan is a dismal 3 wins and 7 losses against the team up north. Also horrible. So my friends, when you add it up, his record combined against Ohio State and Michigan is 4 wins and 17 losses in his career. My friends, is that suitable to keep a coach around? I don't know. His big knock on Coach James Franklin is that he just cannot win the close games. Now, I'm going to go through and give you some stats. But before I do that, we are talking about a Penn State Nittany Lion team that had, we are Penn State, high hopes for 2025. They came in preseason ranked second in the nation. Second. Why? I'll tell you why. The 2 best running backs in college football, Katron Allen and Nick Singleton. God knows they've had this quarterback, Drew Aller. He is not a first-year or second-year starter. Okay? This young man seems like he's been around the block for at least 4 years. He is a veteran quarterback is what I'm getting at. Okay? He is not a redshirt freshman, nor is he a sophomore that has found just limited time. No, not the case. Not the case. Okay? This is a veteran quarterback. Then when you stop and look at their defense, a lot of players returned for 2025. Then you look at their O-line. A lot of the offensive linemen returned for 2025. Very good, skilled set position players with the receiving corps. And now you know why they were ranked number 2 in the country. They were terming this team, like they did the Buckeyes last season, national championship or bust. And right now, Penn State has 2 losses on the season. Wow. With a team of caliber football players. So do you blame the coach? Okay. Or do you blame the players? Or is it a little combination of both? Now, this is where it gets very interesting for me. Why he cannot win the close games. 2017, we all recall, in the shoe, Penn State was up by at least 17 points in this game. I remember this like it was yesterday. Penn State was looking good. They were running Barkley left and right. Barkley put up a very good game stat-wise. Quarterback for Penn State looked very good. But the defense could not hold that lead. I remember J.T. Barrett led could be the best comeback in Buckeye history. And in 2017, the Buckeyes found themselves down in the fourth quarter, rallied back, and won the game in the closing minutes. J.T. Barrett closing, I think 1 minute to go, game-winning touchdown pass. Buckeyes won that game 39-38. And remember what I said. Penn State was up by at least 17 points in that game. This is what I'm getting at, folks. He cannot win the close games. 2019, lost to Minnesota Gophers 31-26. The same year, lost to the Buckeyes 28-17. 2018, I'll never forget this game. God bless him, Dwayne Haskins led a very good comeback. Buckeyes in 2018 traveled to Happy Valley, took on Penn State, a very good Penn State team. Penn State found themselves leading this game by the score of 27. Leading this game by the score of 26-14 in the fourth quarter. Now, what did I just say? 26-14, Penn State had the lead. Buckeyes rallied back on the arm of Dwayne Haskins, scored 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns, and went on to beat Penn State 27-26. Penn State failed to hold the lead once again. 2021, Buckeyes won this game 33-24, just a 9-point deficit. 2022, in Happy Valley, Penn State had the lead. I remember this game like it was yesterday once again. Penn State had the lead in this game, something like 24-16. Penn State was winning. Going in the fourth quarter, the Buckeyes went crazy, scoring 4 touchdowns en route to a 44-31 lead. But what did I just get done saying? Penn State had the lead once again against the Buckeyes in the fourth quarter. Failed to hang on. Buckeyes won the game. 2023, lost to Michigan 24-15. Same year, lost to Ohio State 20-12. 2024, we all remember this game, lost to Notre Dame in the semifinals. Penn State was winning this game, and they looked pretty confident. They were up on Notre Dame 10-0. What happened? I don't know if James Franklin just put on cruise control. Notre Dame came back, beat Penn State 27-24 to play for the national championship. 2025, lost to Oregon Ducks. I'll give them that. That was a good Oregon Duck team. A couple weeks ago, in overtime, in Happy Valley, 30-24. But this is where I believe he needs canned. You lose to a winless UCLA team, 42-37. Uncalled for, in my opinion. Uncalled for. So we are Penn State fans out there. For those fans watching, I feel bad for you because you have an all-star lineup, but you do not have an all-star coach, okay? You could have the best coach in the world, but if you don't have the players, well, or you could have the best players in the world, but you don't have the coach. This is Penn State's issue right now. How do you lose Penn State to a winless UCLA team that going into this game, offense was nowhere to be found? When UCLA needed to make the plays, they did. And why do you call on fourth down a quarterback keeper? I do not understand that. Right in the heart of the defense up the middle. A high school team could have sniffed that out and made that tackle on Drew Aller. I'm just saying. So my friends, with everything I said, all you Penn State Nittany Lion fans out there, do you continue to put up with this? Once again, 1-10 versus Ohio State. James Franklin is. 4-21 against AP top 10 opponents. Horrible. And 3 wins and 7 losses against Michigan. You know, my friends, yeah, you know, it's like a team that loads up and plays a bunch of easy teams. Okay? Like in high school. And yes, you run your schedule and you play a bunch of easy teams and, okay, you go 10-0. But then when come playoff time, you get your butt beat because you loaded your schedule with a bunch of cream puff teams. And when you face an opponent that's equally as good, if not better, you don't know how to deal with that team. This is what we have with Coach James Franklin right now. Without a doubt, this is what we have. A coach that puts up 104 wins, very good, 44 losses, but cannot win the big one. Last year, lost to Oregon in the Big Ten Championship. Numerous games that I just mentioned, that was a one-game score or 10 points or less. And a lot of these scores I just gave you, Penn State was winning those games. And in the fourth quarter, they blew it. Whether they got outcoached, whatever. But if you are Penn State right now, do you honestly keep Coach James Franklin? Now, I gave you really good stats about money issue. It would cost the athletic director and the school buku money if they decided to part ways with him. Or do you continue to put up with this type of season in and season out football? He's good for at least 10 wins in a year. Okay, fine. But come playoff time, as you can see, ranked second to start the season and already a dismal 3 wins and 2 losses. And an embarrassing loss to a winless UCLA team going into this game. You decide. My friends, if you are new to my channel and haven't yet subscribed, please smash the subscribe button. If you like this video, please by all means click on the like button. Like always, please check out Super Thanks. And my friends, bottom line, I love to read your comments, but the only way I could do that is if you comment down below. So please comment down below. Not only about this video, but how you feel. Whether you think Coach James Franklin and Penn State athletic director needs to part way with Coach James Franklin. Like always, my friends, peace out. God bless you all. Click up this face right here to subscribe. And other than that, like always, keep the faith. Until next time, keep on watching, keep on subscribing, and keep on commenting. Buckeye Vinny is out of here.